Hi everyone, Julia here recording this, October 17th, 2022. And I was just thinking about how the last couple of years have put a lot of people in a kind of a limbo state. And a lot of people lost jobs or changed jobs or quit jobs, had issues with loved ones, differences of opinion that couldn't be settled. Basically a lot of people's frequency, their resonance has changed, and they're not fitting back into the old paradigm. So a lot of people feel like they're in limbo. Some people were kind of just waiting out the whole pandemic. Some people are waiting for med beds and Nasara and Jasara. And a lot of people are just in limbo. But I say it's time to make some moves, or at least definitely make some plans on how you want to proceed for the rest of your days in this experience we call life. And so you have to really ponder, do you want to go back to the way it was? Or the so-called new normal? Well, it's always a new normal. Every day is a new normal. So it's up to us to decide what that is. And again, y'all know I'm all about the intentional communities. And things are, of course, moving in that direction. I'll be talking to Eugene Linton tomorrow, hopefully. And I learned about him through Charlie Freak. Some of you might know Charlie, some of you might know Eugene. And Raji of Star Show YouTube channel. And they're also trying to start intentional communities in various places. Eugene primarily, or one of his focuses is getting people into healthy bodies, having a mucus-free diet. And I don't see an issue with that at all. I think that's a great thing. And you guys know I'm all about the inner work, the shadow work, the emotional healing work. And again, if it's the first time you've heard about any of that, you can find an emotional healing playlist on this channel to lead you to Michael Harrell and Language Lessons of the Heart. But we have to consider our bodies too, and what we put into it. And these days it's even more crucial because of how everything is so toxic now. The air, the water, the soil supposedly are all polluted. And then you add pesticides to that, so sometimes it almost feels like even if you're trying to eat healthy, there's no point in it. And I do really think it does go back to mind over matter, but that's for very, very strong-minded people. Most of us need to put the proper things into our bodies in order to maintain health and vitality. So, and that's definitely an issue I'm still working on. I think some of you know I really think that we are fruitarians, frugivores. If you look at our anatomy and physiology, it makes the most sense. And it's the most alive, vibrant food, fresh, ripe fruit off the tree or off the vine. There's nothing more electromagnetic, nothing more vibrant, nothing more alive that you can put into your body. And again, I know some people have mind over matter and they can put anything in their bodies and maintain health. But I'm just wondering if people really tried the whole only eat what nature intended. And of course, as soon as you cook something that's not as nature intended, and see what happens. We haven't really had a big movement of people doing this for many, many years to see if they do outlive the people that practice mind over matter and manage to stay healthy. You know, maybe the people that can stick to a strict mucus-free diet, mostly fresh plant-based, mostly fruit, maybe they can live 200 years instead of 100 years, so who knows. But I know personally I feel a lot better when I eat fresh, alive, vibrant food. But it does give you a lot of energy, and you probably won't sleep a lot, but you won't be tired either. But yeah, so Eugene and I should have a talk tomorrow about kind of what his intentions are for an intentional community. We might join forces for a while. Again, where I'm staying at, I don't own the property, but I can still kind of get things moving. And you never know, it might work out where this property can be bought. Oh, well, of course it can be bought at some point. And the owner's all about doing improvements and having communities as long as he's here. And he doesn't really have any plans to leave, but you never know. Unless you actually own it yourself, you can never be sure. But I don't really fret over that stuff because I know if something happens and I no longer have this place to have the community at, something even better will come up. So that's all good. But yeah, so you have to decide, do you want to stay in the matrix or do you want to maybe join an intentional community? And there's a lot of them starting, and they all have different intentions behind the communities. And I think that's an important thing. Just like I definitely don't want to be around people that aren't into shadow work and healing themselves, you know, that don't think they need healing, because we all do and we all have work to do. But yeah, that's just me. And I definitely don't want to be around people who want to party. I already have that. So yeah, so I think now's the time. This next year, 2023, is the time to make some decisions on where you want to go from this point. How do you want to live out the rest of this very interesting experience we're having? And who do you want to be around? You know, technology makes it so easy for us to connect virtually, but that physical connection is something that we've all been missing out on, and I think it's really important. And just getting the whole community thing back. Just think of tribes and how they interact and how much community they have. And I think that would benefit everybody and could benefit everybody. And of course, when these intentional communities really get on their feet and establish, they can help people outside the communities too. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a new type of life instead of everybody in their own little dwelling. And we all will have our own dwellings, you know, but not hundreds of miles apart, just half an acre apart or acre apart. So yeah, time to make some decisions, maybe even make some moves, and start thinking about getting out of this limbo and getting on and doing some good in life. All right, everybody, thanks for listening, and have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And remember to always focus on what you want, and always help others if you can. Talk to you next time. Ciao, ciao.